What's happening, everybody? Ryan here with the DFS 5-pack. So we got ourselves a football game tonight as the Rams take on the 49ers. Should see an introduction of Odell Beckham Jr. into this one. I don't know how much he's up and running. Obviously, he's only been there for a cup of coffee, so he can't really be like totally ready to go. But should be interesting to watch. And let's talk about who our favorite showdown plays are. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. Thumbs up is appreciated. Let's start with Cooper Kupp. So the man, the myth, the legend. This guy has been fantastic all season long. He's my ideal captain. I think he's the best play on the slate by a decent margin. Matt was asking me during the members only video, where I would rank him if this was like the main slate and he was on it. I mean, he would have surpassed Devontae Adams by, for me, easy peasy. Like, I think Cooper Kupp is a lock for double-digit targets tonight. Barring freak occurrences and stuff like that. He runs these easy slot routes that are easily completable, almost impossible to defend. We got no Robert Woods. Beckham can't even be close to 100% ready to run in this offense. So the usual, high efficiency may not be there, but the bulk should definitely be there, and he's going to find a way. Stafford's going to be looking for him all night long. Next up, speaking of Stafford, I also want to get him in my lineup. We did a couple of builds during the members only and kind of thinking about it. This is the guy I definitely want to roster. And a big part of it for me is I like good players off bad games. And he was bad last week. He was really bad. Threw a pick six, darn near threw two of them. He should be popular tonight. I want him in any kind of ideal lineup I run. The more I think about it, the more I like him. Yes, he's missing Robert Woods, but they're going to find creative ways to get him going. And I like good players coming off bad games. It was the same reason, Matt and I were kind of joking around during a football video last week. I'm like, I guess we really wouldn't be surprised to see the Cowboys mess around and win like 40-7. It was darn near the score, right? We saw the Bills absolutely roll yesterday. Why? We like good teams and good players coming off pathetic games, and he was pathetic last week. It happens. Next up, let's talk about Brandon Ayuk of the San Francisco 49ers. So, again, ideally, I'd rather get to Deebo Samuel, but the cap savings here is legit. Also, Deebo is going to be the guy drawing a lot of the coverage. Now that you got Kittle and Samuel in there, Ayuk becomes the guy getting probably the easiest type of coverage. He's pretty good. Like, he had a rough start to the year, but this guy was really good last year. He's talented. He's more affordable. It's easier to build around him. Yes, I would love to get to Deebo Samuel, but you can't play everybody in these showdown, matchups. Next up, let's talk about Van Jefferson. So for me, this is his week to shine. Next week, I think Beckham's, farther up his knowledge of the playbook, so he's going to get a little more looks. We all know what happened to Robert Woods the other day, so he's obviously out for a while. Van Jefferson is the other guy, outside of the running backs and tight ends that Matt Stafford has a connection with. He's been there for a while, should feel pretty comfortable with him. He's not cheap, but he's not expensive either, so the mid-tier is always tough, and we actually have somebody in the mid-tier this week who's likely to see over 6 targets. So let's check out Van Jefferson. If you can fit him in your lineup, I think he's a solid look for any type of format you run him in today. Last up, let's talk about Jeff Wilson Jr. So we were going through some potential builds in the members-only video, and we got a couple where a cheap guy would be very much in look. So let's be clear. This is a guy who's also a candidate for a 0. He has 0 points all year. He was not around for a lot of the year, but he has 0 points all year. We do know that Hasty is out, and he has done a lot of the third down work, so Wilson could fill in there tonight. If the 49ers get rolled, he could definitely be out there getting some run as well. It's obviously a risky play, but the cheap guys tonight, there aren't good ones. So you're going to have to pick something out. And I think as of right now, especially in a GPP mold, I'm considering taking a risk on a Jeff Wilson Jr., but it is risky. This is a guy that could easily get you 0 tonight. That's it, guys. Told you I would be quick and to the point today. I appreciate y'all watching. Best of luck in all of your DFS sports tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow.